So good morning, everybody, and welcome to Yogalates with Cats. I have got an online class on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. Because we live in a caravan, we travel around all the time. I do my class online. So we are traveling around this week, and it might be a little bit difficult for us to film, so I thought that I will take my mom's class, have the opportunity to do a live class, and record it at the same time. So thank you for indulging me. I'm going to take you through my class, exactly how I do my class, in the way that I do it. It is an hour, and we're a little bit late. I hope that is okay. So I always pick a card for my class to guide us. Yogalates is really a beautiful fusion of yoga and Pilates. It kind of, I think, gives you the best of both worlds. So the intention. The card that I've picked for us today is the solar plexus chakra. Standing firmly in your power, letting go of control. Access your strength from deep within. Honor, respect, and accept yourself. So seeing as we are all standing, and this card is guiding us to stand firmly in our power, let us start standing. So we're going to start with our feet hip distance apart. And just have your hands comfortably by your sides. Tuck your pelvis slightly, unhook your knees slightly, and you can just gaze your eyes slightly in front of you, so you keep them to yourself. If you feel comfortable in this position, I invite you to close your eyes. It will challenge your balance. And just land on your mat. Arrive in your body, bringing your attention to your breath. Bringing a little bit more intention into the in and the out, elongating the breath. And just observing your own awareness of the breath. And I invite you in the space of calm, stillness, to check in with your own body. Check in with your own energy levels, how you are feeling, and allow an intention for yourself to reveal itself to you. An intention for your class, perhaps even your day. You can bring your hands into a prayer position in front of your heart. Bow your head to seal in that intention. Taking a couple of breaths to just allow it to land in your body, in your awareness, in your space. You can slowly start to blink your eyes open if they were closed. Bring your hands back to your sides, lift your head up, and just start to become aware of the feeling of your feet on the ground. Your core really starts from the underneath of your feet. Feeling the weight evenly distributed between all four corners of your feet. Feel your weights underneath the middle of your feet. And then let's breathe in and reach the arms up and Meet them in prayer position in front of your heart. Bow your head, nod your head forward, and then feel as if you're falling over a giant beach ball as you start to roll yourself all the way down. You can hang at the bottom here, bend your knees, and in fact, you can bend and straighten your knees, and just allow those hamstrings to warm up a little bit. You can cross your arms inside of themselves and into your elbows and just hang like a little rag doll. You can roll yourself left and right. You can nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Unhook the arms, place them on your hands on the floor. Breathe in, lift up halfway. And breathe out all the way down. Curl the knees and roll yourself one vertebra at a time all the way to the top. We breathe in, reach the hands all the way to the ceiling. This time we open the hands out to the side as we go down with a flat back through a tabletop and release it all the way down. Breathing in, lift the arms up to the side as if you're an airplane, halfway. Breathe out all the way down. Breathe in, lift up like an airplane. Straight back, continue to lift yourself all the way up. These are unhinged, meeting your hands all the way at the top. Breathing out, release the hands, interlace them behind your back, stretch them out, and let's just rock from side to side as we start to invite a little bit more movement into our spine, rotating ourselves. And release your hands and allow them to stand on either side of you. And bring them back to center, and let's invite a little bend in our knees as we start to warm ourselves up, start to activate the connective tissue. And then let's come all the way up and just bring some stillness back to ourselves. And then curl down, bending and bouncing, a little bit of movement. And come back up and stand. And again, bending and bouncing. This time as we come up and add a challenge of a rise, as we come up and rise. And then again. And stand up and rise. And release the hands down. We're going to bend as if you're sitting in a chair. And breathe in and stand up. And breathe out and bend. And breathe in and stand up. And breathe out and bend. And breathe in and stand up. And breathe out and bend. Now we're going to stand up and rise. Squeezing the hands a little bit behind you. Bend. Stand up and rise. And bend. Stand up and rise. And bend. Hold it here. We can open our arms out to the side, bring them behind your back, hold it here. Really reaching the hands behind you, closing your rib cage as you connect into your core. We're holding here, breathing. Really making sure that the alignment of those knees are in alignment with your toes, in alignment with your hips. It might start to burn. You hold it, keep breathing. Let's start to bring a little bounce, 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 as if you're really trying to sit your bum on a chair. Lift your upper body up a little bit higher as you bring your your bum back a little bit lower. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Stay here, bring the arms up, open them out like an airplane all the way around. Fold yourself forward and stretch your legs, and you can just allow them to walk themselves out a little bit. Bend your knees, roll all the way up, and you can shake those legs out. They have been warmed up. All right, let's bring ourselves to the front of our mats. Breathe in, reaching the arms up. Breathe out like an airplane, falling forward all the way down. Breathing in, lifting up halfway. Breathing out, fold all the way down. Bending the knees slightly. Let's take the left foot back as we land ourselves in a high lunge. And just bounce it out a little bit here, really making sure that the knee is directly above the toes. So if you need to bring your foot a little bit further forward or a little bit further back, and just inviting a little bit of movement in this position. Breathing in and breathing out, bring the left foot back, stretching the legs, lift up halfway as we breathe in and breathe out, fall forward. Breathe in and breathe out, right foot back. Really feeling how you are standing in your power in this position. Bend the knees. Okay, you are bent here. We're going to lift the upper body up. As we sit back in that chair position, hold that chair. We're going to squeeze the knees together, squeezing them 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it here, breathing in, breathing out, full all the way forward. Stretch the legs and then bend them one at a time. Let's breathe in together, breathing out, stretching the left leg and the left arm as we look up to the ceiling with that left arm. And then release it back down, breathing in and breathing out the right arm, right leg. And release it back down. And breathing out left arm, left leg. And release it. And right arm, right leg. And release it. Breathing in, lifting up halfway. Breathing out, forward fold. Bend the knees, lift the arms up through a chair position. And now the challenge is to keep sitting as much as you can without your arms as you go all the way onto your bum. Bring your feet where sitting. Bring your feet in front of you. Also hip distance apart. Our hands are underneath of our knees. We're going to breathe in and open up the chest. Breathe out, curl it down. Breathe in, open up the chest. And breathe out, curl it down. Breathe in, open up the chest. And breathe out, curl it down. Breathe in, open up the chest. And breathe out, curl it down. We invite the arms. We're going to open them up. And breathe out, curl it in. Breathe in, open them up. Let's open the hands, really working, activating into the nerves. And breathe out, curl it in. And breathe in, open up. And breathe out, curl it in. Breathe in, open up. And breathe out, curl it in. Breathe in, open up, hold it here. Let's do 5 little pulses with the arms back for 5. You're really opening up the heart to the ceiling. 2, 1, and now let's curl it in. And we curl back, pulsing it back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Lifting up, opening up. And we pulse it back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, and curl that solar plexus into itself as we pulse back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's do 1 more of those. Lifting the arms up, really opening out into the chest and the heart as we push the arms back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and curl it back in. Hold it here and pulse it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Breathing in with me and breathing out, rolling down 1 vertebra at a time, all the way down. Nice and slow, and release it. Place your hands by your side. Bring your feet in a little bit closer to you. They are hip distance apart. We breathe in. Let's start to activate through the pelvic floor as we flatten the backs along the mats. Really activating from the pelvic floor and not the hip flexor. And release it back to neutral. Breathe out, imprint the spine. Breathing in, back to neutral. breathing out, imprint, and back to neutral, and breathing out, imprint. Keep the imprint going as we squeeze and activate into the glutes and the hamstrings, rolling up one vertebra at a time into a pelvic curl, pelvic tilt. Bringing the knees in alignment with the feet. We breathe in at the top, really activating in this position. Feel as if you're squeezing your feet in towards your glutes. Feel how that activates into the hamstrings. Holding it here as we breathe in. Breathing out, rolling down one vertebra at a time. And release back to neutral. Breathing in, breathing out, imprint, squeeze the glutes, rolling it up one vertebra at a time, really squeezing those feet in towards your back. We breathe in at the top and breathing out, rolling it down one vertebra at a time. Right, let's add some arms in. We breathe in, breathe out, imprint, reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling as you come up. Holding it here, breathing in and breathing out. Allow the hands to come down with you as you roll down one vertebra at a time. Breathing in, breathing out, imprint, lifting the arms, rolling it all the way up. Let's do 3 little pulses up here. 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Hold it, breathing in and breathing out. Allow the hands to come down as you roll one vertebra at a time all the way to the bottom. Breathing in, breathing out, imprint, lifting the arms, rolling it all the way up. Let's open the arms out to the side. And then as we bring them together, let's squeeze the knees. Breathe in, open the arms. Let's open the feet, the knees as well. And breathe out, squeeze everything in together. Breathe in, open. And breathing out, squeeze. Really being mindful of where your body is in space. Making sure that your alignment is good and connected and balanced. Breathing in and open. Breathing out and squeeze together. Breathing in and open. Breathing out and squeeze together. One more. Breathing in and open. Breathing out, squeeze it together. Everything to come back to neutral and allow the hands to come down as you start to roll the pelvis down one vertebra at a time. The tailbone, the last to come down. Let's bring the arms out to the side, bring the palms facing up, and just windscreen wiper those legs left to right, allowing any tension that was built up in that lower back to be released. And bringing the legs back to neutral. Let's swing the arms around, interlace them behind the back of the head, bringing your elbows in slightly so that they're in your peripheral vision in a neutral position. We breathe in together. Breathe out, nod the chin, and coming up into an ab. Breathing in and breathing out, release back down. Breathe in and breathing out, coming up into an ab prep, really connecting and knitting those ribs together. And breathe it back down. And breathing out, coming up for 3. And breathing in, release. And breathing out for 4. And breathing in, release. And breathing out for 5. Let's hold it here. We breathe in. Breathe out 5 little pulses for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for hold it here. Let's keep breathing as we just stay here and feel that breath coming in and out of the rib cage, really the back of the rib cage. Glance down at your hip flexors and make sure that they are nice and loose. That work is really happening inside your abdominal muscles and not your hip flexors. Let's give another 5 pulses for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release it all the way back down. Breathing in and breathe out. Just sigh it out. Breathe in and breathe out. Knit the belly button to the spine as we come up again. We're going to stretch the arms up above the head. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to stretch the left leg forward and then bend it. The right leg forward and bend it. If this is starting to get sore in your neck, you can bring your hands back to where they were or lift them higher. We'll take the pressure off of your neck. and in. You're really connecting through the pelvic floor and then allowing an extension of your limb to be nice and free and connected. And let's go for 3 and in, and for 2 and in, and for 1 and in. Let's stretch both legs, breathing in, breathing out, coming up to a little ab prep. Breathing in, breathe out, stay here. Let's do 5 pulses up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release it back down. Allow your palms to face up. Allow your feet to flop out. Close your eyes for a moment and connect. That solar plexus, the 3rd chakra, says, I do. Connecting back with your intention. Connecting back with your inner power. And the I do really asks us to, are we doing for the outside, or are we doing for the inside and extending it outside? There is a very big difference between connecting with yourself first and doing on the outside, as opposed to doing on the outside and leaving the inside empty, unconnected. It is when we drain our energy. It is where we feel stressed. It is where we do too much. So just connecting back with yourself and this message of I do. Bringing the feet together, in fact, bringing the middle of the feet together, so you're slightly internally rotating the feet, really connecting through the inner midline of the body. Turn your hands to face the floor, your palms to face the floor. We breathe in, breathe out, and come all the way up into another little ab prep. We breathe in, breathe out. We're going to reach down to the left side as if you want to touch that left toe. Your right shoulder is still on the mat. And breathe in, come back. And breathe out, reach to the right. And breathe in and come up. And breathe out, reach to the left. And breathe in and come up. Breathe out, reach to the right. And in. Let's speed it up slightly. Reach and reach and reach. Reach and reach and reach, and breathing, really feeling that belly button knitting itself to the spine. We're activating through the waistline, through the obliques. Let's go for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Breathe in, come back to center, and breathe out, relax it all the way down, allowing everything to flap out. Back into a mini corpse pose. Breathing in, breathing out, bringing the feet back together, internally rotating slightly. Allow the palms to face back onto the floor. We breathe in, breathe out, curl, circle the arms, interlacing them behind your head, bringing the elbows into your peripheral vision. We breathe in together, breathe out, and come up. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, twist ourselves into a little oblique and come up. If this is sore on your back at any point, you're welcome to bend your knees. It will take that pressure off of your back. Otherwise, you're really feeling a nice lengthen through your inner thighs to help connect you into your obliques. Let's go for 8 and up, and 7 and up, and 6 and 5 and 4. Relaxing the glutes. 3, work's happening in the inner thigh. 2 and 1, and release. Bring the arms up. Breathe out, bring them forward. Lift it up a little bit and release back down. Allowing yourself to release again into a little corpse. The balance of the work and the rest. The doing for the outside and the doing for the inside. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, not the soles, the arches of the feet together again as we slightly internally rotate the feet. Breathing in, breathing out, coming up into a little ab prep, holding it here. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. See if you can roll yourself all the way up and fold yourself forward. Breathing in, lifting all the way up, nice and tall. Breathing out, rolling down all the way, one vertebra at a time. Bringing the hands up above the head, bringing them to the ceiling as we breathe in, nod the chin, breathing out, come all the way forward, reaching yourself nice and tall as we fall all the way forward, really, really reaching yourself. You've got a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. You can grab onto your ankles if you can, otherwise your calves or your knees, just to give yourself a little bit more leverage. Let's curl the back nice and straight through a straight line. Then allow your hands to come and join you, lifting all the way up. Breathing out, rolling down all vertebra at a time. And release it back down. All right, now we're going to add a couple of things together that we have done. So we breathe in, breathing out, coming up into an ab prep, but we're going to twist ourselves into an oblique. See in this position if you can roll yourself up in that position. If you need to bend your knees, you're welcome to. Move yourself forward. Now we roll to the right and then curl ourselves down. And bring the hands back. Now we're going to the right. We reach to the right. Lift and roll down. And release it. Reaching to the left as we roll ourselves in an oblique to the left, all the way up to the front, stretching out your hamstrings. Let's go to the right and roll all the way down and back. Rolling up to the right, to the front, switching over to the left and roll all the way down. One vertebra at a time and release. To the left, rolling all the way up, forward, to the right, and rolling all the way down. And release. To the right. Coming forward. To the left. And roll all the way down. And you can just allow yourself to relax for a moment. Let's turn ourselves over onto our tummies. Right, hands in a little sphinx position on either side of you, so they're slightly underneath your shoulders. Your legs are a little, and your forehead of your head is on the mats. We breathe in, breathe out, pull the shoulder blades down, really feel the connection of your hips into the ground, stretch your quads, tuck your pelvis slightly underneath you, make sure you've got a connection through your abdominal muscles, and allow that connection to give you an extension into your spine as you lift just the upper body up, leaving the hands on the mat, but your weight is out of your hands. You're really working through the back line of the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep into the core of your first chakra. Breathing in and breathing out. Here with me. We're going to breathe in and breathe out, lifting as if you're doing a little pulse. So The pulse is really happening through the back line of the body, balanced by the front line, not your arms. Release it down halfway, lifting up and releasing it down, feeling as if you've got these beautiful long earrings on, and shoulder blades are really pulling down into those lats. And we lift it up for 3, release, for 2, release, for 1, breathing in and breathing out. And release, for 3, and release, for 2, and for 1, and breathing out, lifting it up, and release, 4, release, for 3, and for 2, really pulling those shoulder blades, release, and for 1, and just upper body comes up. Now, if you have got the flexibility, you can start to push yourself up a little bit into a bit of a seal pose. Pulling those shoulder blades down, connecting through the pelvic floor, knit those ribs closer to your hip bones. Breathing in and breathing out, release all the way back down. We blades down and come up. Really allowing those arms to straighten as much as they can. If they're a little bent, that's also okay. I would much rather have a deep connection through the shoulder blades than coming up too high. We breathe in, breathing out all the way down. 1 more of these. You can pull the blades down, allow you all the way up. Breathing in and breathing out, squeeze the legs and allow the legs to come up. Breathe in and breathe out, lift. Really opening up into the shoulder blades, squeezing into the back little triangle of your back where the right strap would be. Breathe in and breathing out, come forward. Body that is moving. Breathing in, breathing out, rolling out, up, and let's come on to all fours. The hands are directly beneath the the shoulders. The knees are directly underneath the hips. Let's curl the toes under. And let's just take ourselves forward and backwards a little bit so we warm up those wrists a little bit. And as you're pushing back, you're also come back into all fours. We breathe in together, breathing out, lift those. So firstly, pulling the shoulder blades nice and apart from each other, and then connecting through the pelvic floor and lifting the knees just off of the mats. We breathe in together and breathe out, place it back down. Breathing in, breathing out, connecting through the solar plexus, connected with that first chakra, with the pelvis, lifting the knees just off of the mats. Breathing in and breathing out, release it back down. Breathing in and breathing out, coming up, pulling the shoulder blades down and apart from each other. We breathe in, breathe out, release it back. Breathe in and breathe out, lift it. Breathe in and breathe out, release it. Breathe in, breathe out, lift, hold it here. Breathing in and breathe out. We're going to push ourselves back to a downward dog. You can just go out from left to right. Just allowing yourself to warm in this position before we find a moment of stillness here. Closing the rib cage. Pulling the heels down, pulling the shoulder blades down. We breathe in together. Breathe out. We're going to move ourselves forward into, and then connecting from the pelvic, push ourselves back into a downward dog. Breathing forward into position. Breathing out into a downward dog. Breathing in forward. Breathing out into a downward dog. Breathing in, breathing out, bend. Stretching into a downward dog. Forward, bend the knees, pushing and stretching it up, holding it here, just allowing yourself to come back to yourself. Let go of any stories that have come up. Connecting into your own internal power that is greater than stories. Breathing in, breathing out, bend. Release. Circle them a little bit. And come back into your all four position. Right, a little fire hydrant here. We breathe in, breathing out, lifting that right leg up to the side. And back. We take that same leg, stretch it behind us, lifting it up over the line of the body. So I've got my right leg and it's moving to the left, lifting it up and then touching it down all the way as far as you can to the right, lifting it up, down. So you're making little arcs with your leg. Lifting up and back. Lift up and touch. And touch, lift and come back to center and push yourself into a child's pose. Bringing your awareness back to your intention, back to yourself. Really feeling the difference between the left and right side of the body. Breathing in, now coming back onto all fours. Fire hydrants pee on a tree on the left side. We breathe in, breathing out, lifting that left leg up, and release, and 2, and release. Really being mindful of where your body is and how it's moving. You're really only wanting to move with the left leg, making sure that you're not bending over to the right as you're coming up. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Stretch that leg back, lifting it up, crossing it over the midline of the body to the right, lifting it up, down to the left, lifting it up and back, lift up and touch. And this is 3, and touch, and lift, and 4, and touch, and lift, and 5, and touch, and 4, and touch, 3, and touch, 2, and touch, and 1, and touch, lifting it up, placing it back down, push in child's pose. And again, allow yourself to come back to yourself. Bringing your awareness back to your intention, back to your power, and just observe. Are you giving your power away to what is apparently happening? Or are you staying strong within yourself? Knowing that everything changes all the time. And if it is hard right now, it will release. It will change into something else. And if it is easy right now, it will also change into something else. Breathing in and breathing out, rolling ourselves up. And push yourself to your feet. And stretch your legs up. Bending the knees again and rolling yourself all the way up. Right side. Let's shake everything out for a moment. Just shake, 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 shake. Let it all out. And then let's stand nice and tall. Again, you can close your eyes if you can. And just feeling the energy in your body, feeling the difference in how it feels now to where we started. And then blink the eyes open. All right, let's bring the feet together. And let's lift that right foot all the way up. If you can, lift it all the way up. If you can't, on your knee is fine, even on your calf muscle is fine. And if you need to go and grab onto anything, you're welcome to do so. If you can, in this position, place your hands in a prayer position in front of you. And let's just talk about a little technique before we move on from here. You're really feeling, remember I said to you that the core really starts from the underneath of your feet. So you're feeling that whole inner midline pulling up from the inside of your arch of your foot all the way up your leg. You can actually feel with your right foot how that left inner thigh is connected. Your knee is just slightly unhinged. Your glutes are connected, and you're pushing that right knee all the way out. Breathing in, breathe out. Let's step that foot all the way back and come back down into a little half a squat. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to stand up, lift that leg up, and come back into a tree. Breathing in and breathing out. Step ourselves all the way back. We can bring our arms behind us. Squeeze those arms, those wrists together. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's come up. Breathing in and breathing out. Stepping ourselves back. Breathe in and breathe out. Come up. Breathe in, breathing out, step it back. Breathe in and breathe out, come up. And breathe out, step it back. Hold it here. We're going to squeeze those wrists together for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Now we're going to pulse the upper body down for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Now we take it together as we squeeze with the arms for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and come back to a standing position. Take your stand, find your stillness, close your eyes if you can, and just feel the difference between the left and right sides. Observe your own awareness. Observe your own intention. We breathe in, breathing out, bringing the left foot up into a tree. If you can, bring those hands into a prayer position. Let's hold it here as we clean up our technique, really feeling as if I've got you on a piece of string from the top of your head, lifting you up off of yourself, connecting in through from the underneath of the feet, through the inner midline, inner thigh, pulling up the quads, slightly unhinging the knees so you're not swinging back into those joints, connecting into your glutes, pulling up through the pelvic floor, pulling the shoulder blades down. All right, from this place of connection, your shoulders are pulling nice and down, your lats are connecting, and your pelvic floor is connecting, all helping you with your balance. We breathe in, breathing out, stepping that left foot back as we come down. Breathe in, and our arms come back behind us. Breathing in and breathing out, lifting ourselves all the way up, back into a tree. We breathe in, breathe out, the tree steps back to ground itself. Breathe in and breathe out, pull yourself all the way up in towards yourself. Breathing out for 3. And breathing out, coming up. And breathing out for 4. And breathing in, come up. And breathing out for 5. We hold it here. Squeezing those wrists together for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Now pushing down into the earth for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Adding them both together, the wrists for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and step ourselves back, coming back to ourselves, finding that stillness. You can close your eyes if you can. Now feeling the difference between the left and right sides. observing the energy moving through your body, standing tall, strong in your power, connected to yourself, listening to yourself. Breathing in, lifting the arms all the way up. You can open your eyes. Breathing out, open your hands to the side. Hinge yourself forward, releasing all the way down. Bending the knees and release yourself all the way down onto your bums. Let's stretch out those legs in front of us. They have worked a little bit, so let's stretch out the quad as you bend one of your knees underneath of yourself. You can stay here. If this is enough, you can stay here. If you're wanting more of a stretch, you can come down onto your elbows. And if you're wanting even more of a stretch, you can come all the way down onto your back. Wherever you find yourself, you're really working to keep that left bum cheek on the mat as much as possible. Your left knee, or at least the knee that's bent, rather, as close to the ground as you can. Really stretching and lengthening through that hip flexor of the bent leg. And as active as you are in this stretch, you're also relaxed. Breathing in and breathing out wherever you are. Start to make your way back up to a seated position. Unhook your knee. You can take that same foot, turn it over to the opposite of the other side of the other foot, grab hold of your opposite knee, so the knee that's bent, and then just twist yourself around. And you're really looking for a stretch in the glute of the leg that is bent. If you can, looking over that shoulder as much as you can. Pulling yourself in towards yourself, you're also getting into your hip flexor. Yes. You can hook it like this. It will be easier, yes. And then twist. That's it. Yeah, this is really much more advanced, but I'm looking for you to pull yourself into yourself. You're really giving yourself a hug in this position. And then stretch it out. You can give it a little shake, balance it out. And then we're going to bend the other leg underneath your bum. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Take yourself down to wherever you were on the other side. Find that space of work, that balance of work and of tension and relaxation. Putting your awareness on your breath. Really feeling a lengthening in the pelvis. You can feel that pubic bone moving away from you to create space as you really push that knee down, opening into the hip flexor, and obviously stretching into the quad. I'm sure you got that one. If you are lying down, you're working to close your rib cage so you're not overextending into that solar plexus. Keeping it nice and controlled and within yourself. Breathing in, breathing out wherever you are. Start to make your way back up. Unhooking that foot, moving it over to the opposite of the other leg. Give yourself a hug with your opposite arm, grabbing onto your knee with your elbow, and then twisting yourself around, bringing your knee in towards you and making space to lift yourself up and twist. If you can, look over that opposite shoulder. Really breathing to create space as you breathe in, breathing out to move yourself into that space. And come back. Release. You can shake those legs out. You can bend both of your knees. Let's take one foot, place it on a figure 4 in front of on top of your knee. So the closer you are towards yourself, the more difficult it will be. You can move yourself back if you need to create space. You're putting your foot on your knee. That's it. You can, if this is too difficult, you can lie down and just grab hold of the underneath of your knee. So put yourself in a figure 4. That's it. And then put your hand, there you go. There you go. And the closer you bring yourself towards yourself, the more you will get into the stretch. You just connect where you are, where your body is. And then let's, in this position, whether you're on your back or seated, just start to move that leg, your grounded leg, to the left and the right. Really feeling all of the different spots and how your body stretches into those different spots. There will be some that are better for you, that your body wants to be in, and others that it doesn't. So connecting to the difference between a good pain and a bad pain, you move yourself where you need to go for this day. Nobody can tell this to you. You really are the only person who can connect and see what your body is communicating with you. And then come back to a moment of stillness and release it back down. You can switch legs. Really flexing into that bent foot, bent leg really helps to protect your knees, gets all of your joints in alignment. Breathing in to create space, breathing out to move into that space. The objective is to move yourself closer towards yourself. You need to put your foot on your knee. So, yes, like that. Yeah. Is it not better for you to lie down? Because you did lie down. So do the same as what you did on the other side. And then, yes, so your left, no, yes. Underneath that right foot, leg, yes, that's it. With both of your hands, it will help be easier. That you got it. All right, let's start to invite a little bit of movement, left and right. And then again, finding a moment of stillness. And release. And I invite you to just come back down into your corpse pose and just connect with me for another 2 minutes. Closing your eyes, allowing your feet to flop out, your hands to face the ceiling, and just finding that balance of the relaxation after all of this work. Really feeling the body sinking into the ground, supported by the earth below you. Your attention on your breath, allowing the thoughts and the stories to just move on as they come. Connecting back with your own intention for the solar plexus class. And I invite you to move yourself into a fetal position on one side. Your eyes are still closed. If you are comfortable, bring your hands into a prayer position in front of your heart. Bow your head in a moment of gratitude to yourself for showing up on your mat today, for reminding yourself that you are not the stories you tell yourself. You are not the limitations you place on yourself. That you are strong and powerful. And that really is something that happens from the inside out. Not so much a physical thing, but a mental, an emotional thing that extends into the physical. As you start to get yourself ready to move through your day, remind yourself that this practice is a practice to be extended into your day and taken with you as you roll up your mat, to breathe, to be aware, and to move with your own inner power from the inside out. A reminder that the light in me is you, and the light in you is me. We are connected. We are one. Namaste.